What it do, fam? What it do? This your man, DJ Seaniemo, with my brother. And he's dead. And we was just sitting here, I read on the internet the other day where they were talking about, Beanie Sigel dissing Jay-Z. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I am so tired of all this crap. Me and my brother got into a conversation about it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I may not look at him, but I might look at him while we talking. But like I was telling him, here's some known facts, right? And really just think about this stuff, right? Jay don't talk about his past life. Jay don't have to talk about his past life, but I'll tell you like this. Jay left a street game and came into the rap game fully prepared for it. Jay, we ain't even gonna talk about what he used to do, but Jay was trained for where he is today. He came into this rap game with a skill that very few rap artists have, and that's that flow right off the top of your head. I ain't even gotta put it down on paper. Some of Jay's best work was done that way. Okay, so Jay comes into the game. Him and Dame, they kick things off, right? So you look at it. I always tell my brother, there's a thing that I live by. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. I look at what Jay did. Jay changed the people around him because Rockefeller started going down the tubes. You had Dame all out at every party doing what he wanted to do, not paying his taxes and shit, and he got caught up. Then you get Beanie, still got to keep it hood, still got to keep it gully. Up in some club somewhere with some boys and some gunshots pop off and Beanie get locked up. Okay, now I can understand where Beanie coming from when Beanie says, well, I was locked up and everything. He ain't write me and he ain't call me and nobody from his camp touch base with me, this, that, and the fourth. But if you get on the internet and you go to TMZ or one of them internet sites where they always seeing celebrities, show me where they see Jay out in public like that. Jay ain't that kind of cat. Jay about his work. Jay is about his business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here asking myself because I'm listening to a little bit of what Beanie had to say. I'm listening to a little bit of what Jay had to say. Jay really wasn't even talking about it because folks was trying to get into it. But you got to stop and look at the state of rap right now. Everybody trying to exploit everybody. T.I. in jail. VH1 rolls up and says, hey, look, Tiny, we want to give you a show. So they get Tiny and Lil Wayne's ex-wife and put them on TV so we can try to find out bits and pieces of their personal life. I'm going to be honest with you. I really don't care about their personal life because their personal life doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't make me any money. And God knows I'm trying to make some money. You know what I'm saying? Because you needed to live. Grant you, you needed to live. But for real, I don't have time to worry about that. Where they may have their bumps, where they may have their falls and stuff, I keep them in prayer and hope that they're able to get through it. But if you stop and look at it, this is the kind of stuff that causes problems in our community. Okay, I'm addressing us. That's why when you get cats like Beanie going, well, nah, I ain't got no beef with Jay. I'm just saying, as his brother, here is what I was expecting from him because we were supposed to be boys. Well, I mean, you know what? I learned something about life, and the one thing that I learned is never expect anything because the minute that you start expecting stuff, that's when you're not going to get it. So Beanie's locked up. If I was Jay, I probably would have took the same route too because I got a lot riding on the line. If you check the press, people from other people's camps are starting to put these tell-all books out. They starting to do these tell-all stories and stuff like that. And Jay has come too far to turn around and lose everything he got. Jay got the hottest girl in R&B right now. Well, she's one of the hottest girls in R&B right now. And the two of them together, they making mega dollars and whatnot. Now it's not about the money, but it's just about the fact you look at the growth that Jay-Z has taken, the growth that Jay-Z has made as far as an artist, as far as a businessman goes and stuff like that. And then you get Beanie coming out of jail talking about, well, yeah, I was looking for Jay to be my man and stuff like that, but I ain't hear him say nothing about Dame. What did Dame come see you? I ain't hear nothing about that. And then you want to throw some other cats up in there. Beanie, when you in jail, you can't handle nobody's business but your own. For real, you can't fault nobody for what happened to you but yourself, man. Them cats that was around you when you was up in that club, dude, I know your subconscious probably told you you shouldn't have been there, but you went anyway because you wanted to be around your partners. If you was smart, you'd have started following Jay-Z's blueprint, and you probably would have been in a better place. But, that's just my personal thought. I'm going to let my brother chime in. What you got to say?
Yeah, I feel you on that too, bro. I think the same thing. Like he said, that he lived by a philosophy that we all follow now, which is if you can't change the people around you, you need to change the people around you. So, if you didn't put yourself in that situation, then a lot of things that happened to you wouldn't have happened. I know it was a million other places you could have been besides in the club partying and twisted and strapped up and all that. When you wasn't making no money, you know what type of environment and the things that happen. So why would you still put yourself in that situation when you making money and trying to do something productive with yourself? I understand you might want to keep the image up of still keeping it real, so you say, but it's another way to keep it real. It's another way to handle that situation. So I feel what you're saying. I feel the same way, but all this down talking on them, man, you just need to really sit back and think about it. If you was in Jay-Z's shoes, what would you have done? What would you really have done? I understand what you might say now because you out and you here making money and you didn't. But what would you really have done? Like he said, he got a lot to lose. And
Truthfully, he ain't making no money right now. He trying to play catch up on the money that he lost. That's the thing, and I'm not knocking because I had a conversation with a sister, um, real powerful sister up in Minnesota doing big things, with a lot of artists and stuff like that. Jackie up at Coda Grooves, I had an opportunity to talk to her on the phone, and I told her, for me, I'm old school, and I always will be old school because even though cats in the old school was doing some stuff, you know what I'm saying? When it came time for them to get down and get their paper, they was about getting their paper. They was about their business. So like I look at today's hip hop. I kind of feel bad about it because everybody wants to make that $1 million, and then once they make that $1 million, they turn around. I mean, really, what? Okay, so like at work, for example, I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the middle class section of DC. And for real, the middle class section was just one step away from a poor section of DC. People kept their houses up, people worked every day and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it was my hood, and it was part of it made me who I am today. It gave me my character, and so I'm gonna always be a part of that, no matter where I go in life. You got these cats that grew up in the hood and all they want to do is just make this money and get away from it. I've seen that. You talk about the mom and pop stores and stuff like that. Well, what's your goal? My goal is to turn around, make this $1 million, and move to the suburbs where I ain't gotta live in this God-forsaken, nasty neighborhood anymore. Our neighborhoods are what we make them. Benny, I understand where you coming from, where you want to make sure that the same people that you grew up with, you always able to reach out and touch them. But sometimes, dude, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you, especially when you're talking about your success, when you're talking about being able to make it, being able to come up out of your circumstances and stuff like that. And I mean, you use the story of what you went through. You do it through rap, and that's all well and good. You use that story to inspire somebody else. If you gotta come back to the neighborhood, come back in a positive mindset. Don't come around to hang out, dude. What you do is you come out to take somebody else out or lift somebody else up. As far as this goes, man, I mean, it's sad because aren't we fighting enough? I mean, and that's really why I'm making this joke right about now. My butt should be in bed, but the truth be told, I mean, like this right here really hurts me to my heart because, Beanie, you're a talented guy. Jay is a talented guy. Dane, okay. But anyway, and that's not a knock on Dame. I'm just saying, like I seen the movie, the state property movie. Okay, Dame, I'm gonna give you your props if you directed that. That's all well and good. But cats when they start making this kind of money, it go to their head. And I think Benny, what happened was while you was locked up, you didn't really take the time out to think about what your next plan was. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get into the studio. I'm all bitter and angry at Jay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. You say in some of these radio interviews that's floating around here on the internet that you're not dissing Jay. You're not doing that to diss Jay, but you just talking about how you really felt. And this is how instead of meeting that man face to face or trying to talk to that man face to face without the cameras and all that other stuff, this is your way of talking to him. Your rap, this cut, not an average cat. This is supposed to be your letter to Jay-Z. Well, dude, your letter is public. You know what I'm saying? And people nowadays tend to not take the letter for what it is. They read in between the lines and then they run with it. So now you want to try to clear it up. You can't clear up something that's already out there. You know what I'm saying? So you saying that it ain't no beef against Jay-Z, but dude, I'm gonna tell you up front, you say it ain't no diss against Jay-Z, but you put it out there. And so it was received as a diss by your peers. It was received as a diss by your public. I seen one of these videos on the internet where you was at a club and you was rapping and it was going between you on stage talking about the Blueprint album and you backstage trying to clarify the fact that it really ain't no beef. I'm sorry, dude. I caught beef. I really caught beef. The only way you're going to be able to get past this, if you decide to get past this, is you can't make up for the lost time, dude. You need to just go ahead, deal with what you got in front of you right now, try to make the best of it, and hope someday, in some point, in some time, you and Jay will be able to sit at a table, because that's the way to do it. You sit at a table, you break some bread, you put it on the table, not like two thug, ignorant, immature ass dudes, but you put it on the table like, man, hey Jay, look, I really felt like I was in this joint by myself. Can you tell me why, or perhaps what it was that caused you not to touch base with me, because I really needed you? And let Jay tell you, man, I'm saying what y'all going through is not public material. And I'm really getting sick of our black men putting their stuff out here like that, because all you really doing is you making them people that you owe that money to a whole lot richer. Folks are gonna buy it because they want to hear what you have to say. But you know what, Beanie? You ain't getting all the money off the sales. You might be getting what, a quarter to every CD, 30 cents to every CD. With the way the economy is right now, you might be lucky to see a quarter. So you really ain't making a lot of money. But this is the way you sell it. Kind of sort of like Floyd Mayweather when he was barking at Shane Mosley, but he don't want to fight Shane. I don't understand it. But anyway, Beanie man, I'm tell you something, man. A real man will go ahead, learn from the experience, use that to plan his work so that when he wake up tomorrow morning, he can get out here and work his plan. I hope you and Jay crush that, man, because for real, it's making a whole lot of us look bad, man.
And just to touch on that, take some what happened with Jay-Z and Nas. You see how they was men and squashed that. They came, Nas winded up signing the Def Jam. They squashed all that as men because they sat down and talked about it, because it was all just really a misunderstanding. And that's all this really is a misunderstanding. You just need to be the bigger man, if that's what you want to call it, and just sit down and talk to him. Man respect man. So come at him as a man, and then you'll see the respect you might get from him. But all this talking behind his back and down talking him, that's just ruining your chances of ever even working out anything or even getting any help down the road that you really need. This man got all the pull. He got all the support you need. This is somebody you would want on your team.
Hey, with that being said, we about to roll out because I'm sleepy. This your man, DJ Seaniemo, with my brother Ian. Y'all know where to find me, www.djseaniemo radio. I'm cranking the house. I'm cranking the old school hip hop. I'm cranking the old school R&B. I'm cranking jazz. I'm cranking. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you swing through. Beanie, Jay, Get at that table, man. Break that bread so y'all can crush this stuff and we can get these haters off our back, all right? Peace.